What's up, guys? It's RoboAwesome here. Today we're going to talk about something that I've kind of wanted to talk about for a while. The paint system in Forza Motorsport. In Forza Horizon, well, at least Forza Horizon 4, the paint system is way more advanced than the paint system in Forza Motorsport. That may be because Horizon is newer, but here are some things that we want to see in the next paint system in Forza Motorsport 8. So let's get into the first thing. The first thing we want to see is more manufacturer decals. If we look at our current list of manufacturer decals, you'll see that there's not many of them, and most of them are, in fact, outdated. So we have Forza logos, old Forza logos, Forza Motorsport logos, that'd be fine to keep, but we don't have a lot of Forza Motorsport sponsors that actually sponsor them. For example, the IMSA logo. The IMSA logo is not in the manufacturer decals, but it should be, because the IMSA logo is really important for many paint jobs on many different cars, since IMSA and the SCCA does a lot of racing. So there should be like an FIA logo, maybe a Formula 1 logo, but we only have like one Formula 1 car. Maybe the old Formula 1 logo. The IMSA logo, of course, since Forza does have a very big sponsorship with them, and they haven't even actually included that much IMSA stuff. So we should definitely get the IMSA logo, and a bunch of others we definitely need. Another thing we want is when we apply vinyl shapes, we want the ability to make them special colors. We can only make them normal colors and previous colors, but no special colors like you can paint your car. So you can't paint them like wood or shiny or matte. They have to be this exact, all of these normal colors. And that brings me into my next thing, the ability to make mask shapes. This is in Forza Motorsport 4. I don't know if it's actually called mask shapes, but basically there's an option somewhere on this little menu right here. When you apply it, it makes it the exact same color as the car. So it'd blend in, and you could cover up stuff that you didn't want to be there. For example, this Dodge ACR logo or whatever. Next, the ability to color your brake pads. If we go into paint rims, we can only paint the rims. On some cars, like the McLaren Senna in Forza Motorsport 4, you can paint the brake pads, but on most of the cars, you cannot. And we don't even have the options to do different parts of the rim, like in Forza Motorsports. Forza Horizon 7, like the inner barrel, for example. And then the next thing, the ability to make window decals. You can tint your windows, many different colors, literally all of the normal colors, but you can't apply decals to windows. And we know it's possible to engineer it so you can, because there are multiple cars, such as rally cars and just other cars in general, where on the stock paint job, there are window decals of sponsorships, numbers, names, and whatnot. Also, the ability to apply flags. So to just go into apply decals and to apply a flag, like say the American flag. It could be like another thing that says apply flag. We do have the racing icons, which gives us flags, but it doesn't give us country flags or whatnot. Another problem with the paint shop is if you go to apply a decal on, say, an Indy car, like we have here. So we have this green square. If I go to make the front splitter, the side of the front splitter, green, I am literally forced to make the nose of the car green. If I try to bring it down so it doesn't get on the nose, then I can't cover the whole front splitter. This should be so if I go down like this, where it doesn't cut on the nose, it covers the front splitter. So the front splitter should be lower on like the y-axis than the nose to make stuff like that easier. So you are not forced to cover the splitter, to cover the nose of the car when you want to color the side of the splitter. There are also many other problems like this on cars like the BMW Z4 GTE, where you try to do a sideways stripe, but when you do a angled stripe on the back end of the car, compared with the top, it doesn't line up correctly, and it looks really weird. Here, I'll show you. If we look at this BMW Z4 GTE that I painted, as you can see, I did a sideways stripe. It lines up pretty good from this angle, but if we look at the other side, it does not line up at all. See, I lined it up perfectly, supposedly, according to the numbers, but if we look at the stripes, it does not line up, and if I move it, it doesn't line up either. It will either not paint the mirrors, or if the blue stripes, if I try to move it, it still does this no matter what. And I cannot make the stripes even. It's problems like this that makes painting really frustrating, and it doesn't make it look good. But from this side, yeah, it looks great. But if you turn around, at a glance it looks fine. But the more you look at it, the more you can see it with all of these imprints, random imprints and dents and everything. The car does look good, except for this back thing. So, they definitely need to fix problems like these, where it should be able to line up, but it doesn't, because of their weird way that they do decals. And this brings me into my last thing, the ability to upload images. So, Gran Turismo has something like this, where if you go onto their website and log into your Gran Turismo account or PlayStation account or whatever it is, you can upload images from your computer or phone or whatever, and it will put them in your layer groups. So you can apply that image into your cars. It could be a manufacturer decal or whatever you choose to upload. It's probably difficult, and it probably does lead to some problems when people are painting cars. But it would be a great feature and would make painting a lot easier. Also, the ability to even load layer groups that you created in the game to your computer so it's basically the opposite. And instead of loading layer groups from your computer onto the game, you can load layer groups to the computer from your game. That would also be really cool. So you could get your made up logos such as Beam or F4H. That's a Super GT reference. So that's all for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want to see for painting. And while you're down there, maybe hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. It really helps me out. And it's free. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Goodbye.